How you all doing? For those of you tuning in after the live show, this is Monday night. We call this leftover night, where I play songs that I didn't get to on Saturday from all the requests we got in. Hi all. What's up? But they say I am weak, I am tall. Then I cave into pressure all the time. But if you are in town and the weather is cold, you can stay in my bed. I don't mind. Hey. Won't you turn your eyes around? Won't you turn your eyes around? I'll be waiting for you to shake your demons down. I will turn your eyes around somehow. I am told that I don't understand, but they say I am blind just 'cause you are the prettiest thing in this world, and I watch you like TV all day in my mind. Hey, Katie, won't you turn your eyes around? Won't you turn your eyes around? I'll be waiting for you to shake your demons down, as I will turn your eyes around. Someday when you're done with all your run around, you may find that you can't take another mile. Then you'll turn around and find me with my patient waiting smile. Oh, I am weak. But they say I am weak, I am tall, and I cave into pressure all of the time. But if you are in town and the weather is cold, you can stay in my bed. I don't mind. Hey. I'll be waiting for you to shake your demons down. So I'll turn your eyes around. I will turn your eyes candy. Hey all. How you doing? Thanks for joining me this Monday. Man, you know, for a little while now we've decided, we've been turning Monday into leftovers night. And I get a lot of joy in taking a look at all of the requests that come in on Saturday night. And it makes me happy that that each one of these songs that I'm playing today is going to make somebody in particular very excited because it's something that they wanted. So also a special night for us at the gathering because every time you see a comment, or at least most of the times that you see a comment from Adam Ezra, that's Alex Martin, our drummer, hanging out on his first night as moderator. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, bud. I can't see you. All the old timers are at it again. Now the Elks Lodge watching Fox and Friends. They say times are troubled, the signs are clear. Must be another election year. Cars ain't selling at Frank's downtown, but on Friday night we still shake the ground. Take small and a little to keep us down. Get on right. If you got trouble, I'll help you out. If you're gonna run, we can both hide out. See the best in all of us when one of us falls down. That's my time. That's my time. Labor Day weekend and we're driving slow. I tip my hat to the folks I know. The school board's fighting, Main Street's a mess, but they're still out strong in their Sunday best. Times are rattled, the world's on fire. Let's get dirty, let's kick the tires. They got something you can't define, and news ain't gonna change your mind. You got trouble, I'll help you out. You're on the run, we can both hide out to see the best in all of us when one of us falls down. That's my time, that's my time. Got trouble, I'll help you out. If you're on the run, we can both hide out. If you got trouble, I'll help you out. You're on the run, we can both hide out. See the best in all of us when one of us falls down. Hey, that's my time. That's my time. That's my time. That's my time. All right. That was a song called That's My Town. Appropriate. Written by me and my buddy Stephen Kellogg. And we both believe in the power of community to shape the world that we live in. And I don't think I think it's impossible not to be thinking right now about the power of community as we see it in action all over our country right now. And we feel the outrage of the lynching that took place in Minnesota. It is hard. It is hard to witness violence and destruction, and it is hard to feel that the people that are supposed to be protecting us can do something so horrible. And it's complicated. And it makes me mad, and it makes me frustrated, and it makes me sad. And it makes me hopeful about the impact that regular people can have when they're mobilized. There is a thing that's happening around the country tomorrow within the music world. Musicians, record labels, radio stations, people are doing a stopping of music to show that sometimes the silence can be the most powerful and loudest thing. That puts us in a challenging situation, gatherers, as we got quite a streak going on here. We'll see if that bird, you see that bird that's right behind me, right back there? Oh, there it is. That's a golden eagle. Flying around. He'll be back. I don't know if you can see him. He's a little off camera. And I've got an idea of what I think I'd like us to do tomorrow night. Because I feel like I have to stand with my fellow musicians around the country. But I feel like there are ways that the gathering can gather on. Because this thing that we do each night is not just about music. So I hope y'all will tune in and hang out with me again. And I haven't talked to anyone about this. I got to chat with my team. Oh, so now that golden eagle that's right here. Oh my gosh, it's like he's fighting with the raven. If you see him and another bird, they like to air wrestle. Sorry. living in a castle by the sea. With a nightly gesture I call you. I know that it was meant to be. Take two pieces of a puzzle at random. With enough force you can make them both align. There's one piece out there fits perfect. So too does your body fit to mine. I know you go if it blows all the taste away. From my holiday, I bend my lens again. Myself is right and it never seemed justified. Both together we'll look our way. Assuming love that is blessed and divine. Well, it's nice to feel your love for one day. And if it's only in their minds, I know you go, it blows all the taste away. From a holiday, and bend my lens again. Myself is right and it never seemed justified. My soul without a sound, throw my body to the depths eternally. For I'd rather feel nothing forever than to sin as much as love you vacantly. I don't know why you go, it blows all the taste away. From my holiday, I bend my lens again. Myself is right and I've never seen it justified. I know you go and blow on the taste away. From my holiday, I bend my lens again. On myself is right and I've never seen it justified. Justified. Justified, yeah. Hey, man, I knocked that guitar out of tune on like the second note of the first verse. I never quite recovered from there. That was an old song called Fit to Mine, and I was appreciating that request. Oh, I got a new scratch on one of my guitars. That's how that goes sometimes. Okay, I'm moving over to the piano, okay? Shazang. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming around. Don't go anywhere. I'm still coming around. Oh, you might be able to. Okay, here we go. Okay. It's funny, there's a double-edged sword to being out here in the desert. Yeah, you get to see things like golden eagles, and that view behind me, man, it's even more breathtaking in person. But when you live out here, you are reminded every day that we are. This is not our space. It doesn't belong to us. We are passers-by, and things like that oak tree, or even that bush in the back, right? That tiny little insignificant bush on a rock pile. That bush could be 100 years old, and it's going to be around when all of us are gone. And you get these lessons when you live here all the time. One of the challenges is, and if you talk to anyone around here, it is pervasive. We have these desert mice, pack rats, people call them. And you can't live out here without going toe-to-toe with some mice and rats from time to time. In fact, check this out. I have got to put a light under the hood of my van every single night so the rats don't come out and chew out the wiring underneath the van, right? And I have this cool open air studio set up because it ain't muggy like it's in New England. But the rats found it. This nice little cozy nook that I'm in right here. And bare feet and all, I've decided to go to war with the rats and try and stake my territory here, and I am currently losing that war. Closing my eyes, I'm dreaming of some place instead of torn up and lost in the sky. Everyone loves a good make or break story. Here I am, no place to hide, and I don't look down. About falling, the ground will start calling. Don't look down. In a world of big talkers, make way for the tightrope walker. Do-ba-dum, eh. My neighbor's out smoking, a Joe on a curb, talking about Fenway last night. Reminds me of all of my friends and our stories, the best ones packed full of lies. And I don't look down. If I think about falling, the ground will start calling. I don't look down. In a world of big talkers, make way. I lie to myself. I know what this looks like, this tumbling. Lie to myself. I need to believe just a little bit longer. Someday I'll look back on all of my failures, the lessons I should have learned. And I hope that the mirror scars on my face are signs of things I have earned. And I don't look down. If you think about falling, the ground may start calling. I don't look down. In a world of big talkers make way. I don't look down. If you think about falling, the ground may start calling. I don't look down. In the world of big talkers make way for the tightrope walker. Doom-ba-dum, dee-ba-dum, hey, hey, hey. Thanks for that request. Okay, well, you know, many of you know this, but I am deep in the honeymoon phase of the latest song that I just finished last week, and you gatherers were so sweet because so many of you requested that song on Saturday. I'm not sure whether it was because you really wanted to hear it or you just knew I wanted to play it, but either way, I was really honored by that, and I played it and I loved it, but I want to play it again. Can I do it? This one is called Devil's Kiss. Gonna pull down my mask to take a shot from a stranger's flask. You can lace it so the pleasure lasts. Might as well chase it with the shotgun blast. They die quick in the city I abandoned. Heal up, hide out in the canyon. I know better than to trust the man. Spending my money on another fake tan. It's your love I'm breathing, which I was up and leaving. I was damned when I made your list, cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling, like the rest I'm falling. I can't run, I could not resist, cut down by the devil's kiss. I don't forget, I am not a forgiver. Where was the plan while you were watching us shiver? A bad hand and it won't be delivered by the man who says, son, double down on the river. You know it's bad when the lungs get thick. Tear down the tenements brick by brick. I'd rather drive with the drunk ditch digger with his foot on the gas and his hand on the trigger. It's your love I'm breathing, wish I was up and leaving. Yeah, I was damned when I made your list, cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling, like the rest I'm falling. I can't run, I cannot resist, cut down by the devil's kiss. And the candle burns low like a dancer, and the prophecy vandals lurk like a cancer. It's a scandal beyond belief, man, to see what the devil sees. People need to preach loud like a scholar, paint signs fists up like a brawler. Shit. People need to preach loud like a scholar, paint signs, fist up like a brawler. No better than to listen to the caller, standing on a box just to call himself taller. Party's over when you get the bill. Look down at the floor at the blood you spilled, bending the truth in a real-time thriller, watching the news just to face my killer. It's your love I'm breathing, wish I was up and leaving. Yeah, I was banned when I made your list, cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling, like the wrist I'm falling. Can't run, I cannot resist, cut down by the devil's kiss. Ain't gonna pull down my mask to take a shot from a stranger's flask. You can lace it so the pleasure lasts, might as well chase it with the shotgun blast. I like playing that one, thanks. Moving around, don't go nowhere. Did everybody leave? Phew, you're still here. Thank you for that. Thanks. Thanks for all the claps, y'all. I'm excited about that song. I know, there should be a way. The problem is, right, when I write a song, it usually, there's like there's an obvious, as you know, backlog of songs. So when I write a song, even when it's one that I really like, you know, there's usually, it becomes and continues to be an exercise, a real exercise in patience, right? And because that's a little better, isn't it? Because it takes a little while to go through our process, you know. The band has to learn it. We got to practice it and earn it, and you learn a song, but when you play a song 100 times with your band, that's when the song really becomes like smoking, right? But this is a song that is talking about the stuff that's going down right now, and I want to share it as much as possible. So I don't know. We're gonna be home in a couple weeks. Maybe I'll call up Josh. We do an emergency studio session and try and record this thing so we can get it out there. I don't know. Thinking lots to think about. Okay, so so this is one that was not a request because none of you know it. It is one. I try to play a song that I haven't shared with you yet, and you may not know this, but at one point, I wrote a theme song for a show that was on the Food Network. The show was called The Big Cheese. I believe there were 2 seasons of The Big Cheese. My friend Jason Sobosinski was The Big Cheese. He and in fact, when I first started dating Allie, she was living in New Haven, Connecticut, and she was going to school and working as a server at a restaurant called Casey's. Casey's was like a cheese shop, this little bistro, and Allie and I were hanging out and really enjoying hanging out together. And I would go down to New Haven, and Jason, because he was close with Allie, had found out about my music, and he's like, man, you should play here when you come into town. And so I would play. He had this tiny little restaurant, and so I would set up. Either they had this tiny little patio that held about 10 people. I would set up in the corner of the patio, or I would set up like kind of right in front of the restrooms on a little stool, and I would play. And at the end of the night, Jason would bring me over to the bar, and we would have a few too many, and he would give me a cheese lesson. And he'd bring out these cheeses. He's so passionate about talking about cheeses, right? And where they come from. I think his motto was every cheese has a story, which is kind of cool, right? And if you hear him talk about cheese, I mean, I don't know how many of you get that excited about cheese, right? But there is such passion in the way he talks about cheese. You can't help it. You may be a foodie cheese connoisseur. You may eat at McDonald's every day. You may be both, as a matter of fact. But you can't help but get enraptured in his passion for the stories behind these cheeses that he shares. And so I wrote a song. For his show when he had a show. I'm not sure what we called it. It might have just been the Big Cheese theme song, the cheese song, cheese. He was doing a big Zoom, like 3-course meal paired with drinks. And on Friday, after I finished with you all, I went over there and I was the musical guest. And that was really fun. And so this song has been in my head. All right, the cheese song. Like it from the farm where the goats are at, where the sheep are hanging and the cows are fat. I like it on a cracker or a slab of bread. I like it with a whiskey or a beer instead. I want a belly full of curds and rye. You hear me hollering every time. I want some cheese with my cheese. I want some cheese with my cheese. I know a little spot where the grub is good. They bring it all in local from the neighborhood. They throw it on a burger, mix it in with the rice, add a slab of thick bacon and it go down nice. It can come in a wheel or a box or crate, as long as it's gonna fill up my plate. I want some cheese with my cheese. I want some cheese with my cheese. It's a good theme song, right? I mean, there are many things that I don't have a lot of confidence in when it comes to myself. But that was a good theme song. Oh, man. I don't know why it is, because really, I can't really see your comments that well, and I do a whole lot of talking, basically just to a screen. But you all always make me feel better. So thanks for that. Yep. Old school. Somerville, Massachusetts. It's cold down in the basement that I'm renting for the town. The streets inside are quiet, 3 more hours till the grind. When alarms will sound in unison, the slicker town will rise to start another day with neither fanfare nor surprise. And the weather will be overcast, don't turn to rain. Folks will secretly be happy for the excuse to complain, but the rain will sound like symphonies cascading off this town's Victorian roofs with angles. And then the drops come rolling down, and then my day will start off soggy. Shoes have holstered to my feet as I stumble to the corner store to get something to eat. The cute girl at the register with a smile as if to say, ain't we both in this together? She'll send me on my way. Hey, yeah. Shoes, he'll be at Old Town Hall. His brother, chief of police, will catch truants at the mall. And mothers with their babies, off to daycare and to work. I'll be heading to the alleys, cause that's where the poets lurk. And I'll be seeing things in harmony, smelling them in rhyme. Oh, the kind of day when my neck could sit within the times. The conflict then will rise, do I choose to concentrate on all the things I love and try to fix the things I hate. We Americans dig our sitcoms, music, ball games, and french fries. And our teachers, they need raises, and our schools, they need supplies. And resilience of the spirit goes the will to carry on. And the moon has chased the sun around the earth to bring the dawn. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. Trump, he got elected, man. He's got a whole new show with the media playing politics. The truth, it's hard to know. And I'm down in the basement trying to contemplate the scene that the Russians hacked the DNC and what the fuck that means. And the business folk are nervous that what's a bill of deal. Meanwhile, they're stepping over homeless en route to make the deal. While kids with calloused fingers serving more and take their lumps, so the wealthy folks with SUVs can pay less at the pumps. 100 years from now, all our troubles will be gone. We'll be searching out new planets after fucking up our own. We'll pick us out a winner, plant a sturdy flag, and then ship up a few religions and do it all over again. Hey, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, last night. With some friends, including Steve Freeman, the guy that made that sculpture back there, and we were having a social distance dinner, and we were over at Steve and his wife Ruth's house, and they said that they got on a call earlier from some friends of theirs, an artist who's got a wife and a kid, and they live in Los Angeles, and they were really scared because a lot of the rioting that's happening is happening right in there on their block, and so during the meal they showed up actually just to stay for a while, and it's a complicated time, isn't it? It's a scary, complicated time. Anyways, I was thinking about that artist and his family and their escape out to the desert, and it reminded me of the first line of this song. Let's try that again. I'm gonna leave this city of rats and hustlers. They can keep their fire and riots. I'm gonna find me a little town out on the desert. Raise a pig and cook it up right. And you and me, baby. Let's slow the engine down. You and me, baby. Let's get out of this town. I'm gonna buy me a van with a biodiesel. Put a bed and a stove in a bag. Woo! Find me a little town out on the prairie. Hang with the people that the news don't track. And you and me, baby. Let's slow the engine down. You and me, baby. Let's get this down. You and me, baby. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this town. You and me, baby. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this town. You and me, baby. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this town. You and me, let's slow the engine down. You and me, let's get out of this town. You and me, baby. Let's slow the engine down. Baby. You and me, baby. Let's get out of this town. Pacha. I have been. I'm just glancing as I was playing that song at the screen, and I'm seeing a couple posts saying, "Yeah, let's keep politics out of our gatherings." Isn't that a complicated thing too? Right? Because, right, there should be places where thoughtful, thinking, experiencing people can exchange ideas, respect one another, talk about the world. There's so much about the world that we're all thinking about. And at the same time, this topic of politics in our country has become filled with such vitriol and venom, right? That, I mean, we get different news sources, right? We get different facts on the most important issues that we're all experiencing these days. And man, it is really hard to just shut off from the other side. I don't understand those people. It's complicated, ain't it? I got people in my life that I love a lot, who voted for Trump. And I've got people in my life who I love a lot who think that Trump is the worst thing to ever happen to our country since it was founded. Do I have opinions? Yes. Strong ones. Some of my closest friends, some of my closest people give me shit for not making those opinions heard. But one thing I believe, we were talking about this at dinner last night, I believe that this community that we have here, you are welcome. No matter what your political beliefs are, no matter what God you pray to, no matter how much money or how little money you have, no matter what color your skin is, you are welcome here. And really, I think that the most important thing that I want to communicate politically over my time right now with you all in this incredible community, in this incredible space, is that I think that there are more things about us that are the same than are different. And I don't have any answers. And I don't know how to talk to people who think differently than I do. But I feel like more than anything, we need to remind each other about that. There is more about us that is the same than is different. I'll believe that. And I hope you all decide to come out and hang tomorrow night. If you weren't here in the beginning, there's been a call to shut down the music across this country in solidarity with the thousands and thousands of us that are outraged millions of us that are outraged by the lynching that took place in Minnesota. I'm going to go on this damn live stream tomorrow night because I need to keep connecting with you all. It may not be with music, but I'm going to be here, and I would love it if you felt like being here with me as well. All right. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May your tongue when you're ready carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rank. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say that it's a science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us, and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to loud good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Hey, thanks to our moderators tonight. Alex from representing AEG. Susan, thanks for your help with a rally sound. Thanks to our friends at Well Told for supporting this series. And thank you all. Thank you all. Be safe. Keep looking out for each other. And I'll see you tomorrow.